Welcome back, folks, to the Business Blast on 10 Mag. We'd like to thank our brothers and sisters, our siblings in electrical distribution. And we want to let them know, as lighting distributors, that we know a thing or two about lighting companies. And from all those years selling light bulbs, if there's one company that you need to have on your line card, if you're an electrical distributor, Satco. Warehouses all over the country. I've been to these warehouses. They're monsters. Okay? They got all the legacy technology. They got all the new LED innovations. They're on the ball with everything. Great education, too. And you know what? They got light fixtures at Nuvo. So go to satco.com. We do the light thing. We do the light. Come on, man. How many times have I said this, Greg? We do the light thing. We do the right thing. At Satco, satco.com. Greggy?
Satco. So, talking Business Blast here a little bit. We're going to talk sales because that's what I do every day. That's what you do every day. And that's what a lot of people probably listening to this do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to relate it to lighting, but I also want to keep it kind of sales in general. You know, everyone likes closure when you're in a sales process. You like to know if you win, you lose, it's over, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But is there such thing as a last-ditch effort or closure in the sales process when a decision hasn't been made? You know, if somebody hasn't given you a yes or no, is there a time where you're just going to give one last final shot at it and then move on? Or do you stick with it? What's the move? Because I look at lighting, and I'll just give you my opinion in lighting is I look at it, and usually what I'm talking to them about, they're going to do at some point. They're going to address at some point. You know, and it might not be now. It might be 5 years from now or 6 years from now. And sure, you're going to get frustrated. All the follow-up you're doing, all the calls, the emails, the non-return stuff that comes back. You get to a point in every one of those where you're just like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to, I keep seeing this reminder to do it, and I just want to move on from it. But I'm telling you from my experience, I don't think there is. I don't think you should ever move on from it. I think it's an ongoing process that you need to keep out there in front of you and keep after. You know, there's things you can do to try to get some reply, which I want to talk about too. But just in general, do you think there's a time where you got to just say, you know what? I've done everything. I'm going to just close it out and move on?
I think only an idiot would do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
I don't mean to be rude,
mm-hmm.
but I've been in this game for 20 years selling projects. I sold my first project in 2001, filled out the first. In fact, the guy didn't even have an application. He just had the mandate to do it. And he said, send me an Excel file with all the details of your project. And that was the first application for the City of Toronto's program.
Well, for the rebate, yeah.
Yeah, first for 2001 or 2002, something like that. It was T12 CWHO to T8HO.
Nice choice.
Yeah, that's one from the bomb days, right?
Yeah.
So look, whether it's changing your lighting or buying light bulbs, if someone tells you, listen, buddy, I don't like you. I don't want you to ever come back to my business ever again. You know why? Because you're ugly and your breath smells and you dress like crap. So I don't want you to ever call me or come by my business again. That's an 8-month follow-up.
Yeah, I would say that's about right. It's more or pass off it within the company, or
give it to switcheroo it up, switcheroo to someone else. It's time for you to call this guy, right?
Right, because I think really, I don't know if it's not over till it's over till you actually they actually buy what you're selling, unless you're selling some oddball thing that people don't really need. But at least in lighting, I know this is business related, but at least in lighting, they're going to do it. I promise you. Just a matter of when. So a lot of it's timing, and and getting some answers. So there's a certain process I go through when I talk to people, and I'm like, all right, be nice. You're nice. Your follow-ups are nice. hi, Michael, this, and then do your nice little email, end it with sincerely or thanks. And then it gets, it goes on after a while, after, maybe 6, 8 times and no reply. And it's like, all right, no, I leave a voicemail and it's kind of either straight up or a little pleading in a way, just saying, hey, you know what? I spent some time at your place. We talked, you were interested in it, and I haven't heard back from you now in 6 attempts. Can you just give me an answer where we're at, what the plan is, so I can stop bothering you? And then, a lot of times I'll do an email just real quick. Are you still interested? And you do those right next to each other. Whatever you might want to say there.
I think you should stop
not,
doing that.
Not even a greeting, not even no. It's just like boom, and I
No,
get
I think you
replies
should
from
stop that. You know why I think you should stop
Okay.
that?
Yeah, why?
I can tell you right now. When, how to put this the right way? Neediness is very unattractive. Right? So what you're saying with that email is, I gave you something and you owe me something back. And I would say always give without remembering. Always receive without forgetting. When you're at your weakest, and people say, well, you're at your weakest. You mean your wife's left you, your dog's died, and you crashed your car. I mean, I'm not talking about that, like the collapse, but this is true for that too. But you're in a situation where you're at your weakest with that client. When you're at your weakest, that's when you got to appear your strongest. That's when you call the president of the company, CEO. You go the other way. You do the reverse switcheroo. Okay? You get away from the facilities manager and you call the CFO. And you just say, hey, look, just make a quick call. Or you have somebody in your office pretend they're your boss. Or you pretend, whatever. You do some sort of strategy. Like I'm talking, as long as it's worth it. If it's a $200,000 deal on the table, lighting deal on the table, come on, man. We got to make this thing happen here, brother. Come on. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money up for grabs here, brother. Come on. Okay, I'm going to call the CFO. And I'm going to leave a message for him. And then you're going to call your guy and tell him that we're walking away or something. Like you start pulling strategies. When you're at your weakest, you have to appear your strongest. You can't act like a loser. You can't act needy. No more emails. Oh, yeah, I sent you this fucking thing. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, yeah, mark that note. Oh, yeah, I sent you this. I came by your facility and I counted your lights and now you owe me something. And blah. No, you say, hey, you know what we're going to do? I want to lock you in for that rebate because, word on the street is these rebate programs are getting canceled. So I'm going to just lock you in real quick here. It costs you nothing. You never have to do business with me. It's not a commitment to me. It's not a commitment to do the project, but it locks that money in. Oh, no, we don't do it. Okay. Call the CFO. Hey, bro, it's $60,000. Hey, bud, let's lock this in case you guys decide you want to do it. I mean, I know that Jimmy Joe in maintenance or facilities said no, but, is that really what you want to do? What is it that you're talking about? Oh, it's just something to do with the lighting job. And, it's only $120,000 in yearly energy savings. That's it. It's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And the rebates, okay, look, let me just tell you about it real quick. So $200,000 project, $60,000 rebate, $140,000. It's going to cost you $120,000. And you know what? You don't have to pay the rebate until you get it. When you get it, you send it to me. That's how it works. So I just want to apply for that. You can do the job with any company. You can't act like a loser, man. I'm not saying you're a loser. You're the best salesman. Yeah. You're one of the best in the business. But you asked me, right?
Yeah.
Never give up on somebody that's got T12s or metal halides. Never stop calling that person.
Yeah, and I think there's different methods, I guess is what I'm getting at. I totally agree with that, but there's a point where it's like, especially if somebody reached out to you and was like, hey, I need this, and I do the, it's a lot of times it's like, I need something right away, and you go out of your way to give somebody something. Of course, that's my job, is to try to go sell lighting, but somebody requests something, and then they're not getting back to you, at some point you got to be like,
You got to get out of
"Come
your
on, dude.
ego, buddy. You're in your ego with that. You're
You
in your
asked for
ego.
this.
You're in
No,
your
well,
ego.
You asked for this. You
So
gave it to
what?
me.
So what?
Yeah, it works for me though.
I bet it
pull
does.
that and-
I bet it does.
You got to pull it at some point.
I bet it
That's
does.
all I'm saying. But yeah, situational.
I just don't like that
alien.
idea of like I mean, you just gotta. What I'm saying is this. I think we agree on this. If there's a guy out there that's got T12s or metal halides or something, not calling that guy anymore every 6 months, even like 6 months. 8 months is the longest. 8 months is like the longest, but you got to call those people, man. Sell them some light bulbs. If you're an electrical distributor, sell them some pipe and wire, some breakers, whatever the hell it is you sell. Keep invoicing them, man. Keep selling them. Keep talking to them. Let them know you're there. Staying power matters. Be with them till the end. And then if you get no at the end, then you go egg their building. Folks, just kidding. Of course, kidding. Folks, this has been the Business Blast. Talking about sales. That's right. All you sales guys out there, you're selling. Want to sell. Me too. I love it. I love a good sale. I love swinging through the trees with a knife in my teeth. You know who else does that? Alan Karen from Satco. That guy is a lighting gangster. I'm telling you right now, he's a lighting. He's the Dawn of lighting. Dawn Karen. Go to satco.com if you want to deal with a good lighting company. That's right, electrical distributors, lighting distributors too. satco.com.